Hi, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Lonnie.
And we're One Blessed Step. We're so glad that you're here, and in this channel, we're here to help you live the best life with what you have today. And so today, we're going to be talking about if long-term food storage can actually be a good deal. So when we talk about long-term food storage, tell me what we're talking about.
We're talking about items that can last longer than your fresh foods. So this is like these are freeze dried.
Yes.
And so this lasts like 30 years.
Right.
As opposed to
Dehydrated,
which are bananas, and these are awesome with peanut butter. Side note.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
Yeah,
Thanks
totally
for
good.
sharing.
Yeah, these are like 10 years. Is that what this one is?
says
It's like 10 years.
Yeah.
So not as long, but still yummy.
Right.
And then you have like your canned green beans. So those are 2+ years. I think it said that one.
Yes, 2+ years.
2+ years.
Right.
So still a long time.
Right.
As long as you're not buying like 10,000 cans.
Exactly. And it seems to me that the longer shelf life you have, the more expensive it is.
Right.
So if you're going to go out and buy like a can of green beans, you're going to pay like 65 cents to 75 cents for the generic version. Whereas if you're going to buy like a number 10 can, well, if you're going to buy a number 10 can of, let's say, freeze-dried green beans, you're not going to pay 75 cents. You're going to pay a lot more. So in this video, we're going to share with you how we calculate to find out, is the price really good? And are we getting better than fresh in some situations? So sometimes you can get long-term food storage because it's on sale and it's cheaper than it's going to be when you buy fresh, or even sometimes when you buy canned. So I will tell you, in general, your canned goods for storage are usually cheaper. Yeah. So that's why we have like what's called a rotating pantry.
Right.
So rotating pantry would have like some canned goods in there, and then when you buy a new can, right, you put that one in the back.
Right.
You push all the ones up forward, and then you use the oldest one first. So that's kind of a rotating.
And Tracy definitely helps us because she goes and marks on these mostly, gives us a date, puts the date on there. So we're rest of us in the household are very visual, and we'll forget to look at the bottom of the can.
Yeah. So
but then we can work through it.
I'll do something like with my pen, like I'll just grab the thing here, and I would do something like 12/26. Yeah. And I just mark it, and so all the family knows like when this needs to be used by.
Let's eat all 25s before we eat the 26s.
Right.
In essence, right?
Yeah. So that's just how we do our rotating pantry.
Exactly.
We also do rotating on the bulk bin ones as well. We just never get to the expiration date really on these. So I think we might be getting close on some weird ones like the peanut butter, the powdered peanut butter.
Yeah.
I think that's coming up in a couple years to use.
We'll have to be proactive on starting to use some of those.
Yes, yeah. But like the ones, a lot of these will just rotate. Like the banana chips we rotate because generally we like banana chips.
Yes.
And they're cheaper this way when we get them on sale than they are just buying them in the bag. Right. So those are just the different ways and the things that we like to share when it comes to the bulk foods and what we're talking about. So let's talk about, how do you find a good sale on these items? So
I mean, I'm gonna again. This one defer to you because you're our sales shopper. So
that's okay. You're the math guy.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the math guy. She's the salesperson.
I am like the sleuth when it comes to finding
how'd you do that?
The best deals. I don't know. It just, it's
all the special sites all tagged and ready to go.
No, it's just kind of crazy the way things just pop up. Like when I was looking for the mushrooms, right? So I was looking for the mushrooms because I was so tired of the fresh mushrooms, just not using them all. It was driving me nuts.
Or the canned ones that are just a tinge a bit slimy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
you're right.
I mean, it's still better.
I still love them.
Oh, yeah. And especially if you're putting it in something,
and
you don't
spaghetti.
tell as much. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they are a little bit slimy.
But these are better.
These are so good. Like
really
I literally sent a message to my whole family.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, these are on sale. You really need to buy them. Buy them. They're amazing. And they were like, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
They all bought them. It was great. So I'm excited to see what they think of them. But again, we're not advertising for this company.
I don't even know who the company is. So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, and so I'm not even going to say who the company is.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you eyeballed it, that was on you.
Yeah. So anyways, how do you find good sales? So I like to shop at the normal places like Costco.com. So if you're a member of Costco, sometimes they'll have an emergency food section on their website, and sometimes they'll be like $40 off or so many dollars off. So I will look at that, and a lot of times you can keep like a list, so you can like get a notebook, right, and write down what the prices are. I will tell you that a lot of the freeze-dried food over the last years has gone amazingly increased inflation like crazy.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. But as of this year, I'm starting to see prices come down. I think people aren't buying as much of it as they did when that dreaded C word happened.
Yeah.
So now companies are like, oh, maybe we increased the prices too much, right?
Yeah.
So now we're starting to see sales.
Yeah. They overstocked. They made too much. Maybe.
Yeah. And I mean, especially with the sales we found lately on the strawberries, it's strawberry season.
It is.
So they're probably, making more new cans,
right.
of the strawberries, and now they're needing to get off.
Right. Now they're like, where are we going to store all this stuff?
Yeah. They have to store it if you're not buying
Yep,
it. So believe me, they're going to try to sell it to you. And so I know that lately, like Mountain House has had a sale. I mean, almost everyone has had a sale. So find the brands that you like. Like I buy Augustin Farms. I buy them on Amazon. So that's where I buy my Augustin Farms because Amazon is a cheaper place than even Augustin Farms is.
Wow.
Right. Emergency essentials, I just buy directly from the company. Sometimes they have sales. So get on the newsletters of all the companies that you like. Your Mountain House, your Emergency Essentials, your Augustin's Farm, your Ready Hour.
How do they know if they like it?
Oh, hold on. Let me finish this.
Oh, yeah.
Get on all the news lists,
the
newsletters and things like that. So get on all the newsletters, and other places to get freeze-dried food would be like REI, camping preparedness, or camping survival, or different websites as well. So just get to know like the companies that actually sell it and get on the lists for when they have sales. That way they're going to email you and you're going to see the sale, and then you can do the calculations that we'll go through next.
Got it.
What was the question?
How do they know if they like it?
How do you know if you like it?
Well, I taste it.
Yeah.
So I guess that leads to don't go buy a whole case of it. Try it first.
Unless you're going to roll the dice.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's a really good sell, or you trust us on the mushrooms or whatever, or you hear it.
Yes, I remember. So when we bought the mushrooms, I had never tried them.
Right.
Right? And they were $15. They're not 15 now. They're 30 now. And I just thought, well, if they're not really that great, I'm donating.
Yeah. They're probably better than the other canned version of it. So.
Right. But to your point.
Yeah.
I would be very, very careful about buying like a ton of bulk food that you don't know if you like it or not.
Right.
So if you want to decide if you like it or not, just buy one can. So try one can. So to buy one can of this when it was on sale was $15, right?
Yep.
Now it's $30.
Yep.
So if you want to try the mushrooms, then it's $30, right? So just put your $30 down and try it and see if you like it, and then wait for them to go on sale.
Yep.
Other times, maybe you'll just see a sale. Like this goes on sale all the time on Amazon. It's like $10 every time it goes on sale.
Yeah.
If you like banana chips, like, I don't know, like they taste like banana chips. Like if you like the banana chips that come from the store, that's what this is.
Yep.
Like
the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could buy a can and try it.
Yep.
But then if you really loved it, you have to wait till the next sale. So you're just going to wait for the next sale.
Which comes around again on the banana chips. Not
all
everything.
the time,
Yeah,
like every quarter.
Yeah.
Every quarter. But like things like the freeze-dried strawberries, like it's kind of hard to mess up the freeze-dried strawberries.
Right.
So if you don't know if you like freeze-dried strawberries or not, you can just go to like your local Trader Joe's or even your grocery store. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like it.
And just try it. Try the freeze-dried, and then this is going to be freeze-dried. There's nothing else in here besides a packet. So this one says strawberries, it says freeze-dried, and then there's inside of them will be an oxygen absorber, and they'll take all the oxygen out, throw the oxygen absorber in there sorry, I'm saying it too fast. To take out the rest of the oxygen is what
don't eat the oxygen absorber.
Yeah, don't eat it. It's not for you.
It may have some strawberry dust on it. Still, don't eat it.
Yeah, don't even lick it.
Don't lick it.
Okay, but anyways, what I was trying to say is if you don't know if you like freeze-dried strawberries, you can go try them.
Oh, yeah.
And then whoever's packaging them, they're freeze-dried strawberries.
Yeah.
Like the process of freeze-drying is like the same process with everybody. So if the ingredients just say strawberries, that's all you're getting.
Right.
But if it says sugar in strawberries, well then now you don't know.
Right.
Now you got to buy it and then just one can and then taste it.
So it leads to say is like they probably show the labels of what's in it too. So like if you're concerned about it, always look for something that just says like Tracy said.
Yeah. So this one here, the dehydrated banana slices, has bananas and refined coconut oil, sugar, and banana flavoring.
Flavoring.
even know what banana flavoring is, but apparently I've been consuming it.
Yep.
There you go. Apparently I like banana flavoring.
Yep.
Wow, I had no idea. Usually I like to just buy things that just have whatever's in here. Like this is just mushrooms.
Says mushroom.
Yeah, so when you're buying freeze-dried food, I know for the most part, well, I can't even say that. I was going to say when you buy your freeze-dried food, it's mostly just one ingredient, but that's not true. That's what we buy. Yeah, we usually focus on, in a rotating pantry, just single items.
Yep.
Right? But you can buy freeze-dried meals.
Oh,
you can buy freeze-dried cereals. You can buy there's all kinds.
There's like a chili mac. We've eaten the chili mac. That one's pretty
a little salty.
Yeah,
but very delicious.
Beyond that.
Yeah, so Mountain House made that one. That one was really good. And we had the stroganoff from them.
The stroganoff?
Yes.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
So that obviously has more than just one thing in it.
Yes. Yeah. So sometimes these have more than just one thing.
Yeah.
And if you are trying to calculate the price of that, you can use the same formula we're talking about here. It's just going to be a little bit easier for you because you're going to go, okay, I want to buy Mountain House spaghetti. Okay, well, how much is spaghetti at your store, right? And then you can compare prices like that. So,
yeah, cool.
All right.
I like it.
So with that being said, let's talk about how do you do the actual calculations to determine if it's a good price. So we're going to start with, it's math time, and he's really good at the math. So we're going to start with the freeze-dried mushrooms.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to explain it?
Yep. So if you look at here, so we've got freeze-dried mushrooms, so $14.99 for 4 ounces. That is currently what this can is.
That's what it was when we bought it.
So it's big, but it's still 4 ounces of weight. Mm-hmm. So, and that's what we paid for it. So a fresh equivalent then, so we have 1 ounce is equal to
8 ounces.
8 ounces.
So whenever you're buying freeze-dried food, so you have your it's dry.
Yeah. It's not heavy at all.
It's not heavy.
The water's the heaviest part of those.
And you have to find out, okay, well, what's the equivalent of fresh? Right?
Yeah.
Did you just touch that and put it in there? Okay, don't do that ever.
They were right here.
I know, but your hands have moisture on them.
Oh, you're right.
So you just added moisture to the can.
Don't do what I do, kids.
Don't do it. I'll just scrape it off the top and we'll eat that
We'll
first.
cook something.
But anyways, when you buy your freeze-dried or your dehydrated, you have to hydrate it back usually. Yeah. Sometimes if you're just eating it, it's okay. Like just eat it.
Right.
But otherwise you have to add water to it.
And you got to count that. I get what you're saying there.
So you have to count that.
Yep.
So you have to look up on the internet what is the equivalent of from dried to fresh.
Got it.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So I looked it up.
Yep.
And
you did.
1 ounce of freeze-dried is equivalent
to 8 ounces of fresh.
That's
Got it. Okay. So what we have here then in the can, that makes it 8 times 4, so 32 ounces equivalent of fresh mushroom.
Right. So the can here is a 4-ounce can.
Yep.
And if 4 ounces is equal to 8 ounces after you hydrate it, you have
32 ounces of fresh mushrooms.
That's right.
Cool. And so the cost per ounce is about 46.8. That's not about, that's exactly. And
46.8 cents.
Got it.
So 1 ounce of this, right?
Yep.
Is 40. So 1 ounce of this that's rehydrated.
Got it.
Because I'm going to compare fresh to fresh.
Yes. Yeah, we always have to.
Yeah, you have to compare.
Compare them, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So 1 ounce of, so not 1 ounce of this.
Nope.
But
1 ounce
once it's hydrated.
Yes. That water-filled awesomeness of mushrooms. Okay.
Yes. So that's 1 ounce. So the cost of 1 ounce rehydrated.
Right. Is 46.8 cents. Got it. So then fresh, we buy it $3.29 for 8 ounces.
Yes. So you're going to get a pack of at the store.
And it weighs 8 ounces.
And it weighs 8 ounces. It's going to be $3.29 of late. Do not try to find that price in the winter.
No.
Because that will be $8.
You're out of
So it's just an example of the price. Okay.
Yep. Frozen in time. So here, and so that equals 41.1 cents for the fresh.
Yes. So how do you get to 41.1 cents, right?
Yep.
You take the $3.29.
Yep. And divide it by 8.
Yes, and you divide it by the 8.
Yes.
And that's how you get your 41 cents for the fresh.
So the fresh is a little bit cheaper.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
And then we also have canned.
Canned. Oh,
right?
nice.
So I wanted to do, because you
like
can
it.
get canned
You
mushrooms,
can.
and we have purchased it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
last.
No, yeah.
And canned sometimes is even cheaper.
Yeah.
So the Walmart brand.
Yep. It's $1.50 for a little 4-ounce can. Those little 4 ounces cans. That makes it 37.5 cents.
Yes.
Per
so
ounce.
you take 150.
Yep.
You divide it by 4, and you get 37.5 cents.
Nice.
So that's how you do the math on this.
So this kind of says to me, that you are paying a bit of a premium for the freeze dried, but you've got 30 years to eat this, and you don't have 30 years of the fresh for sure.
No, you got like 3 days.
Yeah, and the canned certainly, I don't know what the life, but a couple years
on that too.
So you pay a small premium, but it's still not astronomical. I mean, 46 cents, so it's like 5 cents more. That's pretty good.
But you're also locking the price in.
You are, yeah.
Right. So if mushrooms go up,
right,
then you have, you've locked it in at 46 cents.
And a lot more too, because you've got a can, right?
And you got to think about like the time it takes to make this. Like they're all cut, right? So sometimes if you're buying mushrooms, they're not cut, right? So you're going to spend time cutting it.
Yep.
Of course, you do have to rehydrate that, so that you have to throw some water on it, so that might be another issue for you. But you have to think about also the can itself.
There's a cost.
There's a cost to that.
Yep.
There's an oxygen absorber in there,
right.
And there's a seal to this.
Yep. And
right?
packaging and everything.
And packaging, so that's going to, sometimes that's worth the little extra money that you're paying. So. If I'm looking at this, I'm really going to just buy this.
Yeah.
If I can get it for $15 a can, I'm not going to buy any fresh ones.
I think it's certainly a wash for the fresh because like you said, everything. It's a larger package.
Yeah.
It's identifiable.
Yeah.
It's easier to store.
Well, then how many of the fresh ones you're going to throw away?
Yeah.
So is this really? Is your fresh really going to be? What did I say the fresh was? 41 cents, right? Is it? If you throw half of it away, it's 80 cents. So now you're paying more.
Right, yeah, if you don't use it right away. So
right.
I hear you. Okay.
So let's do another example.
What are we doing, strawberries?
Strawberries, and I think you have a nice pie chart to share with people.
Yeah, I can get visual with you.
He did not think that, he thought it was a little bit too nerdy with my math calculations. So we're going to talk about the strawberries.
These are awesome.
So these strawberries, actually they were on sale at a company called My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply. Yes. Excuse me if I don't say that right. Sometimes I talk a little bit fast. My Patriot Supply. I'll try to leave links in the description for you. But they were on sale for $9.99. I totally missed that sale. And then they had one.
Missed it.
I missed it. Then they had one that was like, $40 for 3, and I was like, well, that's still okay.
Yeah.
But then I found this one at like campingsurvival.com, something like that.
Right.
And it was $11.99.
Yeah, he probably got the $9 deal and upsold it to you.
I don't care.
Which is
awesome. I missed the $9.99
You did,
deal.
yeah. I mean,
I missed it.
Yep.
I missed it.
Yeah, you pay a premium.
So I paid $11.99.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Right.
The strawberries are really good.
Yeah, they are really good. And I think I've seen those go up to $30, $35 for a can. So when I saw them for $9.99, I was like, I'm going to get some. But then they didn't have any. Out. So I paid $11.99.
Yep.
So let's go through the math on this one.
Yes. Okay. So $11.99 for 36 servings.
Yes.
So,
36, in the can.
And each serving is a quarter cup. So
yeah, you can see, it's always good to look at the number of servings you get.
Oh, yeah.
So here,
what does it say?
Yeah,
so
36
quarter cup.
servings.
Mm-hmm. So
and each serving is a quarter cup. Sometimes I've seen other ones say, what's half of 36?
18.
So sometimes I see them say 18 and the serving size is half. So realize that different companies do that differently.
How they identify it. Yeah. Because they want to show the price per serving or something like that.
Yes.
It's manipulation.
They want to show you there's 36 servings in here. Whereas some companies are like, that ain't 36, that's only 18. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So this one, 36 servings, and each serving is?
A quarter cup.
All right. So how much is that per serving?
33 cents.
How'd you get that?
I took $11.99 divided by 36.
All right. That gives you 33 cents per serving.
Yes. Nice.
All right.
So fresh, you're paying about $3.99
right now.
Yeah, right now. And so this is probably in season. Mm-hmm. So 1 pound is about So we had to get this again
off the internet.
Off the internet.
Okay,
And
so
they have to be hydrated again,
yeah.
right?
So you have to go to the internet.
Yep.
Go to the internet.
Yep.
And search for what is the fresh equivalent of strawberries to freeze-dried strawberries.
Right.
And I found a wonderful infographic that like literally had how many freeze-dried strawberries
that's so cool.
are equivalent to the number of fresh strawberries.
Someone else thought about it and said it's worth putting on the internet. I like it.
Yeah, go if someone does the work for you, let them do the work for you.
Let them. Okay, so 1 pound is equal to 2 2/3 cups sliced. And that's 1 pound hydrated, or that's 1 pound of
So I'm sorry, 1 pound of the fresh,
fresh. We're under the fresh. I'm
is
sorry.
equal to 2 2/3 cup
cups
of the sliced.
Got it.
freeze
Already
dried.
processed. Oh, I got
Yeah,
it. Okay,
sorry
cool.
about that.
No, I got it. So how many 1/4 cup servings?
Because here,
That's each serving, right?
each serving, so they gave you on the can, right? They gave you the serving size, which is 1/4
Right.
can. So you need to compare freeze-dried
Right.
versus
We've got to
the
back
fresh.
it down. Yeah, we've got to back
Okay.
it down so you can compare.
So
the
if I
serving.
have 1 pound of fresh
Yep.
is equivalent to 2 2/3 cups sliced freeze-dried,
Right.
right? I want to know how many 1/4 cups serving so I can compare the two numbers.
Are in that 2 2/3 cups.
Are in the 2
Yeah.
2/3 cups.
Right.
Okay. So the math is here.
Yep.
Can I do this math and you can do your
Yeah,
math in a minute?
yeah, and then you guys let us know which one makes.
Yeah, let us know
Yeah.
which one you like the
Yeah.
best. Okay.
If 1 you like Tracy's better, or 2 if you like Lonnie's better.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like
yeah. Okay. So for this one, you take the 2 2/3 cup sliced, right? The freeze dried. 2 2/3, right?
Fractions.
Right. And you have to divide it by 1/4 cup servings.
Yep.
Right? So 2 2/3 divided by 1/4. Okay. Back when I did math in school, which is not the same as the way my kids did math in school,
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
you would take the 3, multiply it by the 2, and add it to the 2 up here, which would give you 8/3. Okay. You'd then take your 8/3 and you would, instead of divide, you would multiply by the reverse, by 4/1 instead of 1/4. Okay. So instead of dividing by 1/4, you would then multiply it by 4/1, which is just 4. Okay. That would give you 8 times 4, which is 32.
Yep.
Dividing by 3 gives you 10.6 servings.
Yes.
Okay.
Servings. Yep.
So there are 10.6
Yep.
equivalent servings in a pound of strawberry
At $3.99.
at $3.99. And the
Yep.
serving size is what?
A 1/4 cup.
Good job.
Yes. I
All
can
right.
still
So
retain it.
do you want to show
Well,
me?
no, let's go show them the number. I mean, it's
Okay.
let's show them that before they get lost on
Okay.
mine.
The 3. Yours is amazing.
It's fine.
It's
Okay.
very, very
Yes.
clear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you take your $3.99 from the
Yep.
fresh, you divide it by 10.6, which is the number of servings,
Yep.
and that gives you 37.6 cents per serving.
So more than the freeze-dried prepped.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the fresh
Fascinating.
is more expensive than the freeze-dried that I got on sale.
And I bet you this is is that a sale price, the $3.99?
No,
that's
but
kind
it's
of
an in-season price.
in-season
There's
price,
a
so
different, yeah. So if you're out of season, that's
Yep.
probably $8.
Yeah, do that in December.
Yeah, do this math in December, right?
It'll be worse.
Right. So in this instance, the freeze-dried
Yeah.
was cheaper than the
Right.
fresh, and it's already ready to go. And this
Yeah.
would be like if I found a deal like this at $11.99 again, or if I found the $9.99 again.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I would stock up.
Yep.
I might buy a case of it
Yeah.
at $9.99. The case would be 6 of them, so it'd be
I
$60.
mean, it's fruit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great.
I just like to eat
Yeah.
these.
Yeah. Just
Honestly,
straight
the
up, you
kids
don't-
just yeah.
It's like a little snack.
Well, and if you ever like the strawberry cereals,
Yes.
they never put enough of this in there.
Never.
Right.
Yeah, you
so
load that up.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Put it on your pies and all your
I
stuff.
do, yes.
Okay, so
And
I want to.
You can do things like make pies out of this. Jam. You can make jam out of this. It's exactly the same thing as a strawberry when you hydrate it. But I will tell you, it's not as firm as a strawberry when you hydrate it.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
little bit softer.
Right.
So
I like it
smoothies.
just eating it. Just
Me too.
deep,
Like this
just,
is
just like it is.
we
It's a
buy this
snack.
as a snack.
It's a snack.
Yes.
As is.
Yes, but you can use it in
Yes.
recipes and
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that.
Oh, totally.
Sprinkle on top of cakes, things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Strawberry preserve or shortcakes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
you can totally do
Yes.
that.
Okay, so here's mine. So I am the math tutor. So
He is the math tutor. In
Yes.
case you didn't know, which is
Side note.
Side note. We met each other in high school.
Yep.
But then I asked him to tutor me in math. And
Still tutoring.
still tutoring. So go ahead and do the easy one.
Okay, it's not easier one, but number 2. It's a number 2 here. Okay, so if you remember before, the important number was 2. So we have
2/3.
2. So 1 cup, 2 cups, and 2/3. The Pac-Man here is 2/3. Do you see it?
Okay.
So it's not, you're missing 1/3.
So this is the freeze-dried equivalent.
Yes.
So this is what you're showing right now.
I'm doing this
This
division.
number?
Yep.
You're
I'm doing this work down here visually.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's totally not fair, but this is, anyways. I'm not going to say mine's more accurate.
It is more accurate
But-
because I'm going to be like, plus or minus.
Okay. Go ahead.
So that's fine.
This is
So-
number 1.
Yep.
That's number 2. So vote below
Yes.
who you like the
Yes,
best.
totally.
Me
Yep.
or Lonnie. Okay.
Okay, so you have 2 full cups. So if you take those into quarter cups, which is our serving for our freeze-dried, okay? So you have 4 here in that cup, another 4 here, and then in your 2/3, you can visualize this. You have a full quarter here, a full quarter, so we're up to 10, okay? And then the eyeball of Pac-Man and his bottom of his lip is not a full another one, so it's probably somewhere around another 0.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you would take. Thank you for your visualization.
Yes, it's
so
great
then
and
you would
awesome.
take the $3.99 and
Yep.
divide it by Lonnie's Pac-Man 10.6.
Yep, Pac-Man.
And then you would get the 37.6 cents.
Yeah,
So if you didn't
right there.
like the old school math that I showed
Right.
you, the option
Yep.
is
Visually.
visually, which is
Yeah.
totally another way to do it. You don't
And
have
realistically,
to
I
do
probably would have said like 3/4 or something, 10 3/4 or something. So I wouldn't have said 0.6 other than knowing the actual number. So we would have a little bit different.
things. Did you look on my sheet? Is that how you knew it was 10.6?
Just vote 2. 2. But our number would be pretty close. I mean, it still show.
Yes.
It would still show that the fresh is
So if
more
you don't
expensive.
like math,
Yes.
do the pie
Yes.
chart. So if you don't like math,
Yeah. Which I love math, but I'm trying to
if you don't
show
like
it visually.
math, vote 2.
Yes.
If you're like, I'd rather be accurate,
Yeah.
vote
Accurate,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, in the comments, let us
Yep.
know. So hopefully this helped you understand or kind of give you an idea of how do you determine if the long-term food storage that you're trying to purchase is a good deal.
Yeah.
Eventually you're just going to get to know, right? Eventually you're going to be like, okay, the last time I bought bananas,
Right.
I got them on sale for $9.99. So do I want to pay $15?
Yeah.
Well, if the going price is $15 and you really need them, then you'll do the math.
So you have a strike price, kind of an idea.
Yeah,
Like
you
what's
do.
a good price?
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and if you don't memorize this stuff, you can always use a notebook. So
Yep.
use a notebook and write down the last time you bought something and
yeah.
what you paid for it, because then you're going to be able to go back and say, was this a good deal or is this not a good deal?
Right.
And then remember that there is inflation. So if
Yeah.
it's up, a couple percent, 2 to 5%, that's probably normal inflation, depending on when you purchased it last.
Right. Yeah, and your
So-
timing. It's going to be timing because
Yeah.
when they have all this stuff made, and then they've sat on it for a while,
And they want to,
and they want to move it.
So
they got
look for a
another
sale.
another load coming. Yeah.
Right, look for a sale, but know if it's a good deal. And
Yeah.
this calculation is supposed to help you do
Yes.
that. So we hope that this was helpful to you. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up,
Thumbs up.
and
Yep.
subscribe.
Right.
And we just want to let you know that, we love you. You are truly loved. God loves you.
Oh yeah.
And we just hope that you'll live your life one
Blessed
blessed step at a time. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.